welcome to the B Team Podcast. I am your host, Josh Safran, with my co-host,
Matt Mars,
and our permanent guest,
Rob Nelson.
We're here every week to talk to you about all things Bentonville, bourbon, and business. The B Team Podcast. Be here.
All right, I'm excited for this one.
Good.
Tiny bit.
This is at 120 something. What's the number on this one?
It was 122 and a half. 122 and a half. And again, here's the bottle.
And it says your name on it, right? Which is...
Yeah, so it says Private Barrel, J.S. Bull Reserve, April 24th, 2025. And so this would be the third selection we did as a group.
Does that not taste different than regular Elijah Craig to you?
Yes.
It's just not the same.
So I've got a
that's good.
A habit of...
I can't remember what's the age on it.
It's 9.
9 year? Okay.
Yeah, and it was aged, it's, I think, 3rd or 4th. It didn't say on here. I think it's the 3rd level of Bardstown Warehouse. And, it's...
That's very good. Now, for the Sazerac snob, because there's a lot of them out there, because everybody wants Sazerac, in addition to the Rock Hill Farms and the Weller Full Proof, you also did
We've done a Blanton's Gold as well.
Repeat that again. That's not the Blanton's single barrel.
It's the gold version. Yes.
Gold version.
So we're going to get a lot of gold horses is what we're going to get.
So when you talk to Sazerac, like, if you can share, like, hey, Bob from Sazerac, hey, it's JS Bull. Listen, I'm coming down with the guys. Forget the Blanton single barrel. Just get me to the gold, or maybe even like straight from the barrel. Like, yeah, no problem. Like, how are you doing that?
Yeah, so I've tried for straight from the barrel and haven't gotten there yet. We're working our way there, though.
But to get them to get you to the gold.
I mean, and honestly, they just said, hey, look, we'll do a special deal and offer gold. And then a little while later, they were like, hey, we've got another kind of special deal. We're going to offer just a few people the opportunity to get a Rock Hill Farms. And I was like, hey, you know that gold appointment we got? Just bump it a couple months. There you go. and let's squeeze that Rock Hill Farms in now. So we went Rock Hill Farms first. And both of them, I mean, they're both equally epic, right? Like they're just, and these barrels are the best of the best. So I joke a little bit, and I'm going to let the cat out of the bag big time here. I said this was going to be a secret.
Are we releasing something?
This was going to be a secret. But
for the 18 podcast.
So... Rock Hill Farms, we do the tasting, and so they proof it down to what it's going to be bottled at. So Rock Hill Farms is at 100 proof, and the barrel proof is going to be closer to 120-ish, 125, and they didn't test it, so we don't really know. But we know that they tested it to get it down to 100 for the 4 that we selected from, and there were 2 that were just ultra good. And so after we had finished the tasting, they said, the barrel's right there. Would you like a sample straight from the barrel? And, I mean, number one, you'd be crazy to say no.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Right?
No thanks.
But in the back of my mind, in the back of my mind, I thought, this is dangerous. And sure enough, we tasted the straight from the barrel, and I spent the rest of the day trying to convince them to put it under a different label at barrel proof, because this was absolutely the best whiskey I'd ever tasted in my life.
Whoa.
Absolutely the best I've ever tasted in my life.
That's saying something. You've tasted a few.
I've got a tiny vial of it at home, so maybe one time you guys are over, we'll...
I mean, it is.
I'm free.
It is for you. Tell you what.
Like, your house isn't far from it.
Wow.
But yeah, so anyway, it was so good. Now, what we're getting in the bottles is so good, but it almost ruins it for me because I know just how good it was right out of the barrel. So, the way I approached it is, let's put it in a stag bottle instead. And they're like, well, it's a different mash bill. And I was like, let's put it in a Blanton straight from the barrel. And they were like, well, it's not warehouse age. It's like, no.
So what did they do with this?
They're bottling it to 100 proof.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But let's be honest. This is the most first world problem.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
So we're incredibly blessed. It's so good. Now, I'll tell you, when we went a few months later and we did Blanton's Gold, the same thing happened. And they said, do you want it straight from the barrel? And I'm like, I've lived this. I've lived this. And so let's do it. Why not? We all looked at each other and we were like, it's better proof to 103. it was better at the proof we're going to get it.
Okay.
Everybody's unanimous.
Yeah, everyone just they looked at each other like,
What do you? What was it? 120.
we don't know. I'm guessing
Yeah,
120ish, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, strange thing, Blanton's is not an old bourbon, right? It's like 6 years all the time.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I think with Blanton's, it's the hype more than, I mean, it's good.
It is really good.
But I would rather drink Eagle Rare. Like, I would rather drink E.H. Taylor Small Batch. If you put them on side by side, Blanton's good, but the other ones are better. Now, if you go straight from the barrel or the gold, I mean, you're going up a whole different tier.
Yeah.
But everybody's chasing the Blantons because that's, the horse and filling out the whatever. But it's good.
Yeah.
It's good, but that's the one everybody chases.
And it got a lot of people into bourbon.
Yes.
Into real bourbon.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that old adage of, start with like Jack and Coke and you move, you finally get to like Makers and water and then finally you're at Blanton's neat. And that's like when you really go, okay, now I'm into bourbon.
Peppermint, yes? Is that the candy you're catching on?
Cinnamon is what I was getting on the front.
Okay.
It's like, but it's almost like cinnamon Red Hots. It's like hot tamales candy, right?
Yep.
It's like it's not like it's not like cinnamon itself.
That's what I'm
It's
catching.
like a
Yeah. That's
Red Hot candy.
That's very good. That's very good. So if somebody wanted to be a part of this exclusive club, so year one sold out, fantastic.
Year one did.
Assume most people, unless they're idiots, are going to stay in for year two, or unless they have budgetary issues.
Or some people have gone sober,
Yeah.
or other things have happened with health.
Shout out to them. Yeah.
Health in their life, right?
Yes.
And so absolutely. And for some people, they may have joined because a friend talked them into it and they really don't even like bourbon that much, but kind of wanted to be in on it. And they just went, yeah. But I've not had anybody cancel except for a dear friend of all of ours in the group that passed away. And then the guy who went sober, which I'm like, power to you. I gave him a full refund and like, we're still friends. We're good, right? That's a smart decision for him if that's what's needed. And so he's a better man than I.
Yes.
I try every week.
I do too. I tell my wife, I'm not going to do this again. And the next day he comes up and goes, oh, you want to try this? Yeah, I'm going to try to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a buddy of mine is in for the weekend from Dallas, and we were up till 2:30 in my bar, and he was not faring. And I had a client first thing this morning, and so
must have been a great meeting.
I've learned if you do not know how the proper hydration technique works with bourbon, you will have some rough mornings.
You can have a rough morning.
And he was in that position this morning when I saw him. But yeah.
But if so what we've done is pretty much everyone in the group is like a connection once removed from a friend of mine, right? So it's my friends and their friends, and somehow we got to, fill it up. We've since kind of gone another level of folks on the wait list. We've got about 30 people on the wait list right now. And so we've even, like with the Elijah Craig and even with the Honey Barrel, we offered bottles to the wait list, right? Because
Yeah, they're not paying the membership
eligible.
fee, but they're paying the price of the bottle.
Yeah, and one of the things that
Your yield was higher.
So every selection we do, we go somewhere to select it, right?
Which is also super cool.
And we do a lottery from the membership, and we pick 7 members to join me on that trip.
Yep. And again, you're not doing yourself justice here because you're not flying on American on this trip, right? Like,
No, we're all chipping in. But you know what? I mean, here's the thing. If you're going like Frankfort, Kentucky, right, or Bardstown, Kentucky, like you're going into Louisville or Lexington, you're staying the night, you're renting a car, you're driving yourself to the distillery to do this crazy thing, you're staying somewhere local, you're driving back the next day and flying home. I mean, it's a 3-day trip that's going to have multiple layers of cost, food, organization, everything else. We all chip in like $1,500 each, and we get on like a King Air, and we fly directly into Frankfurt, directly into Bardstown. And if somebody doesn't want to, they don't need to go, right? It's okay. It's okay.
But that to me is almost as cool as going to pick the barrel, that you're flying like this with this group of people.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's first class.
Oh, and we've got a tradition that we always drink a bottle on the way home on the airplane, right? Like, there's
7 guys, man.
There's 8 of
One
us.
bottle.
There's 8 of us. One bottle. It's not that bad. Sometimes it's more than one, but but we have a great time with it. But so we're doing this very fairly, right? And so we're selecting, and if you get picked for a trip, your name is out for the rest of the trips that year unless we can't fill it or something, and then we reach back out. And everyone has had 2 chances this year to join a trip. Every one of our members has had at least 2 chances based on someone not able to make it, that I had to last minute say, hey, somebody had to, back out last minute. Who can go? Or, the Nashville Barrel trip recently, we even postponed it because we're going to have like 4 people there.
Oh, you didn't go?
We didn't go. So, but we'll still get it done this year, and it'll be great. But it was just a weekend that was tough on people, it was crazy how it landed. So anyway, so be flexible with it, make it work. But all this to say, next year, I expect to be able to bring in additional memberships.
So of 100 members, 80 to 85 will stay, and then you'll open up 15 spots.
So I still have a few spots reserved for charity use.
I do want to talk about that. Yep.
Yeah, which we'll have at Gentsgiving. And because of the way I'm kind of planning on opening it up for 26, opening up a few more spots for 26, I don't want to just auction off 26 and it go for a lot of money and then someone be able to get it easier, right? And so what I want to do is do all the bottles from 25, because like you said, it's an epic lineup. And by the way, so let me go through the whole lineup real quick.
Yes, please.
Nashville Honey Barrel, Nashville Bourbon will be coming. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof that we're drinking now. Rock Hill Farms, Blanton's Gold, Weller Full Proof, and a Same Old Moses in Guthrie, Oklahoma. All right. And I have know the folks at Same Old Moses, and their barrel finish stuff is absolutely off the charts good. This Amarone barrel they've got and their PX sherry cask finished, those are 2 of the best. Like, I just drink through a bottle in a couple of weeks. Like that, I just don't go to anything else. So good. Right?
Have you tried this yet?
Good.
No, I haven't tried that one, but those finishes are always, they seem to
it's just really cool. And everything they do is double barreled, and they've been doing it since before it got popular, right? And so we're going to take a crew over, stay the night in Oklahoma City, do the pick in Guthrie, eat dinner at the top of Devon Tower, right?
That's cool.
Staying at the Omni over there, and then come back the next day. And we're going to be the first barrel selection they have ever done.
Ever.
That's cool.
That's cool. Now, to date, 2 of the bottles have been delivered so far. The rest are all... Because I do want to ask, because now we're coming towards the end of 2025. So, member, 2 bottles so far, excited, thrilled. When you move to 2026, some of these bottles are still going to be coming from 2025, right? Like the bottles that were the Rock Hill Farms.
I hope not. God, I hope not. So here's what happened, right?
With a flood.
Someone asked you, would you like 3 barrel selections at Buffalo Trace?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I guess.
There's 0 chance you're going to turn that down. And then, God bless their hearts, they deal with the largest flood in their history. It absolutely goes 2 stories up on rick houses. It's so bad, right? And shuts down their distilling for 3 months, shuts down their bottling for over a month. Then they're trying to catch up with production orders, which is where they make their money, especially Fireball, right? It's got to have your Fireball.
It's a moneymaker.
Little single barrel picks don't really equate to the millions of bottles that they're...
Yeah. I mean, like their bourbon, like these amazing brands that we all enjoy, and Seek Out and BTAC and everything else, like this is the house that Fireball built. Like the money they made off of Fireball, they've sunk into good bourbon.
Will save the company.
Hence why they just made Fireball Apple. Wasn't it?
Yeah, right. The new one.
The new flavor. Go get it at your local.
Just in time for fall.
Yeah.
Great cider. So, anyway, we have still not received our Weller Full Proof that we picked at the end of February. And it has shipped. Then you deal with the 3-tier system of challenges to get POs and different things and move it around.
Sounds like a full-time job on itself.
I love and appreciate what the distributors are doing to help, love what Sazerac's doing to help, but I really wish it all just worked more smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you believe by the end of the year.
I'm hoping they're all in. So Same Old Moses will pick in December, and we're supposed to be able to take it with us.
Oh, wow.
Nashville will ship in a day. One of the cool things about Nashville is they bottle while you're there. You pick the barrel,
and
they bring you like some other samples and some weird stuff that they're experimenting with. And we're all just having fun, chilling, and they're back here filling bottles and labeling them right beside you, and it's your barrel.
That's cool.
That is cool.
It's super cool.
Do you have any teasers on what's coming for 2026 yet that you can share? So we're gonna have a tough decision. Not that tough. Do we want to renew for 2026? Well, I got to think about it.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans on what that could look like?
So on this note, I'm going to pull out one that Mike's going to be a fan of. So
I got dibs on taking the bottle.
Yeah, right.
I'll do whatever it takes to take this bottle home.
I saw you walk in. The first thing I thought is he's going to try to take this bottle with him.
What's
Here, I'll give you the keys to my
What's so
truck.
special about this bottle?
He'll have to tell you. It's
All right.
that. Yeah, there's a lot of history with this.
So I mentioned.
I learned a lot when I went to his house. Like, I thought I knew some stuff about
you know a
bourbon. Oh my gosh! Like,
So
humbled by.
all right. So this bottle. This is TS Warehouse. It's an OESV recipe. So Four Roses has 2 mash bills, 5 different yeasts, so they can make 10 different recipes of bourbon. And they make all 10, and then different small batch is a blend of a few. Some are reserved for special things. Some do single barrel. Comes from the same every time. I think it's OBSV. But anyway, so this is the OESV recipe. And I'll show this in a minute. Let's pour it first. And this was on one of my trips with Crown Liquors out of Indiana. So I went 2 years in a row. It happened to be on my birthday both years, which made it even cooler, right? You probably want a bigger pour.
Here, I'll just treat you this bottle.
Oh, this I'm gonna roll.
It's like taking a slice of cake and taking all the rest of the cake and leaving the slice.
Just put a straw in it.
Thank you.
All right. And so I'm there, and you probably recognize the name Al Young. All right. Well, Al was an ambassador for Four Roses at the time. So this is the second year we went. First year we went, they let me pick my favorite barrel out of the 21. And so I bought a barrel, and it was actually an OBSV. And then at the end, there was a barrel that I loved that they didn't pick. And they were like, I mean, do you want it too? And of course, the smart answer, the answer the wife would have wanted me to get.
Absolutely not.
I've got one. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
But none of us are that smart. So
So I said, yeah, absolutely. I want it. That thing's awesome.
Yes.
Yes. I'll take 2 great barrels.
great.
And so anyway, their bottling was super backed up back in the day. And so they were nice. They prioritized. And the first one I bought, they bottled as the first one for Crown and sent it to me. And then we went back the next year, and my wife gives me a hug and a kiss as I depart on the little trip to the distillery and says, whatever you do,
Don't buy 2.
don't buy another barrel. You've still got one more coming, because it still wasn't bottled yet. Oh my God. And I said, of course not. We're like, yeah, I get it. I overspent last time. Like, I'm not going to do it again, right? We're good. And so I go. And at this tasting, we did 18. And so we went around. And so Brennan, the leader of the Crown group at the time, who invited me and was hosting me there and stuff, came over and he says, so, all right, let's compare notes. What are you thinking? And I'm like, oh, barrel 10, by far the best. He goes, you know what? I'm thinking the same thing. He goes, problem is, we're backstocked on OESV orders from last trip, so we can't buy it. And I went, you're not going to buy that? And he goes, do you want it?
So this is like a scene from Animal House where like the devil and the angel, where the wife's on one shoulder telling you do not do it. Don't you do that?
So you got the angel and the devil arguing, and then behind you you've got like Grimace from McDonald's going, I'll take it.
Yeah, everybody in the back going.
And I'm like,
He says no.
I'm like, shut up, Grimace. Yes, I want it. Oh my God. So I take it. So anyway,
And this is you taking it by yourself. You one individual.
buying it. I'm buying.
This is but you buying 200 bottles,
Yes. Well, and in this case,
not splitting with 5 people.
so in this case, it was 126.
Okay.
We only got 126 out of this. But at the time, I'm thinking I got 165 out of the first one I got. So I'm thinking, I'm in it for.
You're
for
pretty
this.
solid on Four Roses for a minute.
Pretty solid on Four Roses still, right? But so as this happens, Al Young walks over, and for those who've never met Al loves to rib folks. Like, he will give you a hard time. Like he doesn't hold back. And so he had already ribbed me a little bit, right? And I joked back with him, and he liked that. And so we got chatting and hanging out for a while. Well, he walks off and he's talking to some other folks. He walks back over and Brendan goes, "Hey, Al, we want to put your name on one. Which one is the best?" And he goes, "Oh, Barrel 10, hands down." And I went, "That's what I said." He goes, "Yeah, he's buying it. I'm not." And he looks at me and he goes, "Nice barrel." So, that's a quick side note. This is during the Forecastle Festival in Louisville, the music deal. And
How many years ago is this?
Oh man, this was 2016, I think.
Okay.
And so we're at, I say, yeah, 2016 is probably right. And so they've got this bourbon lodge there. That's like a VIP thing, right? And so all the folks from Crown have got tickets to it, and Amy and I got tickets to it, my wife and I. And so we go, and Al's in there, and they're selling tastes of Al Young's 50th, the legendary Four Roses release to celebrate his 50th year at Four Roses. And I said, "Al,"
Which is, by the way, currently like a $1,700 bottle.
yeah, oh yeah, and worth every penny.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
amazing. And so I say to Al, I go, "Hey, they're serving your." It was actually the day before when we were testing. I said something like, I hear your bourbon's coming out. What are your thoughts?" He goes, "You know what? I still haven't gotten to try it since they bottled it. Like, I helped come up with the formula and I helped do this, but I still haven't even tried it. They haven't given you a bottle of your own bourbon yet?" And he goes, "Not yet." And so we're in there and I see they're selling it, and I see Al, and I'm like, "Hey, Al, have you tried your own bourbon yet?" And he goes, "No." I go, "Can I buy you a pour?" And he goes, "Absolutely." And so I literally buy Al Young, his namesake bourbon is his first pour ever inside the Bourbon Lodge at Forecastle.
That's amazing.
So when this bottle came in, I thought, all right, I got to come up with a label, cool name for it or something, right? And so, and I don't do a lot of the tater stuff these days. This is kind of before the tater stuff was even out there, right? There's no massive peppermints on bottles and crazy stuff these days, and fudge sundaes. But I named it the Triple Crown because we were with Crown Liquors. It was Crown's favorite. It was Al's favorite. It was my favorite. And of course, Kentucky is, all about horse racing. So
First time I met you, I think you had one of these bottles in the back locker at White Spider. Like you had one of these.
oh yeah, I definitely kept it.
And I was like, oh, as I saw the back of it, I go, oh, there's more of those floating around. So you probably have a bunch at your house still.
Since 2016, my group of friends has done their best to empty me out of them. Right, this is like everybody's favorite too.
This is special.
I want to take it to somebody's house and share it, and everybody's like, "Wow, what in the world?"
And again, for you to be impressed, because that's saying a lot.
I have an Al Young bottle that was given to me. I didn't buy it, but the guy that got me into bourbon, he came down for a bottle share. And shout out to Ken Park, because he's the guy that got me into. Well, I don't know if I shout out to him. I don't know if I like the guy or love the guy. Damn near bankrupt.
He's cost you a few dollars.
He's damn near
Don't
bankrupt.
shout him out.
I'm not sure if my wife loves him or hates him, but anyway, he comes down from wherever he's at. He's got multiple houses in different parts of the country. He's just one of the best people I've ever met. And he shows up for a bottle share, and when he opens his bag, it's kind of like Jay-ish. He's BTAC stuff, but not BTAC stuff from 2024. It's BTAC stuff from 08 to 2012, or just great stuff. And he pulls out a half full bottle of Al Young, and we sip on it. He shares it with everybody, and so there's probably 8 ounces left in it. He says, "No, you just keep that for your bar." I'm like, okay, well, no one else is going to get to drink it. I'll just save it for when you come back, and we'll just sip on it. So yeah, it's amazing stuff. But
your face went out, because again, you brought a Michter's 20. Your face when you saw that, you could tell.
this is, I mean, that's some special stuff.
And so people throw around the word unicorn for bottles a lot, right?
Too much.
And, yeah. Well, honestly, very much too much. But for somebody who's not super into bourbon, a unicorn to them is more achievable, right? Like that's more available. And so
They
truly, it's what they think.
They
right?
think they want it.
And that's great.
And they're willing to go out and
Yeah.
spend $500, $1,000, $2,500 on something they've never even tried. They've just been told they need it. I'm a victim of that.
Yeah, that's what we all do. Yeah, we've all done that.
And then there's
nothing wrong with that.
You know, okay, you crack open a $3,000 bottle and it's like, that's not really that good.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, I could have done better with, $45 bucks.
The quality of bourbon and the price of the bourbon don't have much of a correlation.
Yeah. And then there's some that just like, oh my gosh.
But which is why I like doing the blind taste test. Because if you're opening a bottle of Pappy, fill in the year 15, 20, 20, whatever it is, oh, this is great. Well, you're telling yourself it's going to be great because it's Pappy.
Yeah, right. Your head's already telling you it's good.
But when you do the blind taste test, you're like, well, that's a $40 bottle. It is? It's amazing.
Pappy 23.
That Weller 107 was actually better.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Well, and that's why we've had really good reception with the high end tastings that we do. Yes, it's a few $100, but for a few $100, you get to literally try $8,000 to $12,000 worth of bourbon. So you don't have to go out and spend that.
You probably saved yourself $10,000.
Right. Yeah,
right?
because
From
now,
trying to
like,
buy them all
you
in
may
try
not
them.
like the Michter's 20, or you may not like the Double Eagle Rare or the whatever,
And why? Okay, so you look at like the 5 big distillers that are true, right? Not the ones that are non-producer, packagers, right? NDPs, and like non-distiller producers is what it stands for. But you look at those and you say, okay, each one has like 8 brands. Why? Well, it's because it's different profiles. Why do they have a bunch of different profiles? Because not everybody's tastes are the same.
All right. Yeah.
So one person may think one bourbon is the best, and another thinks another.
Yep.
And both are right.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like proofs.
Yeah.
Some people don't like 80 proof. They only like 120. Other people can't get past 100. If you're drinking it neat, you're choking on 120 proof.
I guarantee you this year, at the end of the year when we've got all of our bottles, none of them, I don't think anybody's going to think any of them are bad. They're all going to think they're all really good. But if you go member by member, I bet different members pick different bottles as the best of the year.
Absolutely.
Right?
But I would tell you, knowing the community, no one's going to pick the Old Moses because it's called Old Moses. But if you did a blind taste test with that and 3 or 4 others,
There'll be some people that pick it.
This is the greatest thing ever. What is it? No way. That's the one we picked in Oklahoma? No.
We had 11 people sign up to go to St. Old Moses. Folks are excited about it. And one of the things I want to do in the group, too, this is one of the kind of my founding principles, is each year to do one brand that people have not,
I think that's great.
are not that familiar with.
I think that's very smart.
And I think let's try to grow it. The craft distilling stuff is really doing well.
Yep.
Like, let's try to get a little bit more notoriety to folks who deserve it that might not get it otherwise because they don't have a big name. They're not owned by Sazerac or Heaven Hill or somebody.
Yeah.
Well, the Sazerac's going to be a draw to get people in. Wow, this is cool, right? And the Old Moses be like, all right, I'm in the club. I'm going to try it. And they go, this is really good. Why didn't I ever try this before?
Yeah. Well, great example. Some really good friends of mine from Nashville. They live not too far from Leaper's Fork. I don't know if you've heard of Leaper's Fork Distillery. Earlier this year, when we do our annual big barn party,
Amazing.
both buddies show up together. They had went on a trip to Leaper's Fork Distillery, and at the time they were there, it was happenstance. They had just put out, they had only produced, let's just call it, I think it was 40 something, but it was high, like under 50 cases of whatever this barrel was. And they both they tried it. They were blown away by it. It was so good. And these are bourbon guys. They know what they're dealing with. They loved it so much. They both bought a bottle from themselves, and they're like, hey, Mike would love this. So they both bought me a bottle. They show up at the barn party. Neither one of them knew that the other one bought me a bottle. That's so funny. And so they show up with different sacks and go, hey, here's the story about this. And then the other buddy he hands it to me like 25 minutes later.
With the same story?
With the same story. And I didn't have the heart to tell him that, Scott, Chris gave me the same thing. We cracked that thing open, and it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. And this is probably a $70 or $80 bottle. And we all loved it so much. When he got home, he drove back. It was like a 20-minute drive for him. He drove back down there, and it was all gone. He's like, oh, my gosh, are you guys going to run this again? And they said, well, everything's different. Had we known, we got cases of it. But it was, sometimes they're just that good.
Yeah.
And then sometimes not.
And single barrels are super special. And like romanticize it for a minute, right? It's like, okay, a small batch. You're talking hundreds or thousands of barrels going into a small batch, right? They're not all small. And with a small batch, you can have barrels that carry the aroma. And you've got barrels that have the body that you want. You've got some that have the beginning flavor, some the finish. And you can piece them all together to create that awesome profile, right? A single barrel has no friends to help. It better carry every one of those pieces of the experience. It's got to have a great color. It's got to have a great aroma. It can't be hot, right, and burn. It needs to, have a good mouthfeel. And so it's hard to find. And so, I know Buffalo Trace, for example, they've got a testing panel of 12 people, and at least 6 have to taste every barrel before it goes into the single barrel program to even get a chance to be selected by someone. And they set up the sample bottle behind it, and if anyone doesn't think it belongs in the program, they just tap the bottle, knock it over, and if it's sitting sideways, that barrel's out.
Wow.
Any one of those 12 people can
1 out of 12 and it's out?
1 out of 12 and it's done.
Jeez.
1 and out.
All right, there's so much content we're gonna do a part 1 and part 2. That's how good this one's going. So we're already into part 2 because we can go off forever, which is wonderful.
Then we need another bottle open.
Sure. All right, question for you, and then I'll
Yes.
do a couple rapid fire questions for both of you guys.
Okay.
2026 lineup. Is there anything you can share?
Yeah, I can. So we've actually already picked Stag. So Stag was our first pick.
Junior or senior?
Well, it's no longer junior, but it would be Stag Junior.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to get a
Not a
beat tag.
TPS.
I was like, for a second, I was having a heart attack.
Yeah.
What?
Hey, you know the E.H. Taylor B tag? It's actually our barrels. No, I'm joking.
I'll take 2 memberships.
Yeah, right. All right, let's go honey next. How about that?
Now, was that the first? Is that the first bottle of the year?
This is the first one that we received.
Okay.
It was the second one we picked, and it's all flood. Well, and it's also Nashville being able to just bottle on site, right? We picked it in March, and
I like how in Eric's studio, by the way, you just threw garbage on the floor. Like that's how that was
difference between Eric and I is I'll pick it up before I leave.
excellent point. Shout out to Eric Howerton.
Yep. He would let staff handle it.
He would. All right, so this is the honey.
This is honey, and before I explain it, I'll explain next year's lineup.
So I'll say something about honey finish real quick. It seems to be the thing right now, right? I mean, everybody is either
It was
doing
for
their
a
own-
while, for sure.
their
yeah.
own craft honey, their whatever, and some of them are just trash.
Well, most of them are blending honey in with bourbon.
Yeah,
and that's not what this is.
It's not
Yeah.
good. When I got to taste this, I was like, "Wait, a minute.
Wow.
It's not
This
too
isn't-
much honey."
No.
I mean, you
but
could
it's-
call this unicorn.
That's-
Because, I mean, there's 100 and there were 80 bottles,
You
90
can
bottles
smell it.
passed
That's-
out.
Like it's
That's
on
it.
the nose, and not a lot of honey finishes have that.
So,
That's incredible.
okay, I'll go here and then we'll get back to the lineup for next year. So, what this, how Nashville does their honey cask. A honey cask is somebody produces bourbon. In this case, it was Jim Beam and it was Knob Creek. And they bottle that Knob Creek. And then they sell that barrel to any number of places, Scotland for Scotch, Mexico tequila, rum, whatever. But also to age honey in so that after about 4 months, they can pull the honey out and bottle it as bourbon barrel-aged honey and sell it. But then guess what? They've got a cask they got something to do with. They need to do this.
They resell it.
So Nashville bought it back, and then they've put bourbon that was already 6 years old in it for 2 years. And so this is a very long,
That's long times a cask one. Usually it's what, like 6-8 months, right?
usually.
Yeah.
And so this is 2 years in the honey cask. No honey added, just the honey that's in the barrel soaked in, right? Maybe some residual on the bottom or whatever. But
That's very unique. That's like nothing I've ever tasted before.
I say it's cheating at bourbon.
Yeah.
It's just some of my favorite flavors that I get out of bourbon are just amplified in this honey cask.
But the thing is, if I was walking and saw something like that on the shelf, I probably wouldn't buy it.
Yeah.
Now that I've tasted,
Unless they had it sitting out where you could
taste it. Yes. That's my point. Without tasting it, it would sit on the shelf and collect dust.
There's a million SKUs for bourbon and whiskey now.
Yep.
And there's just like, oh my gosh. I had to stop. Now I don't buy anything that I'm not drinking that I've tasted or know of, or if it's, that oddball that I'm chasing, right? Or something that I'm going to purchase for the next, tasting event or something.
Right.
But I mean, it's unassuming, right? On a shelf. But then it hits.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is not what you get out of a Jack Daniel's honey or something like that.
No, that's really.
This is a craft way of doing it.
Like my wife, who doesn't drink bourbon, would like this.
Oh, yeah.
She would like this.
All right, next year's lineup.
Hold on, do I drum roll?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out a cheat sheet so we don't mess this up.
I mean, we started with Stag. I mean, where do you go from Stag?
And it's a funny story. I won't get into it because of privacy stuff. But we had a different plan for the first pick of the year, and we ended up having to push it out. But we're still gonna do it this year, which I'm excited about. So there. Bell pick plan. There it is. All right. So and the whole reason that I got out the Four Roses is because we're going to do a Four Roses single barrel pick next year. And so my old buddy who hosted us at Brian Krieger at Four Roses for those old picks, he's now in charge of the U.S. Barrel Program.
Nice to know people.
Talk about like serendipitous.
But networking,
It's incredible.
Yeah, that's
incredible. It's such a good dude. So we're doing Stag. We're going to do a Nashville Barrel again because we're going to do that in March to coincide with the tournament because that's such a fun trip for the group.
I have to hit the lottery. If I hit the lottery, I'm going. Yes, I'm in.
Well, I mean, and truthfully, on that one, I kind of prioritize like if you want to go to all the games like with us, right? Then I can get like 8 tickets to the game, and so usually like folks who step up and say I'm going to the games and we're hanging out for the weekend and we're gonna have
We're both I mean, I guess we're going to raise our hand now.
18 podcasts.
So sometimes logic, circumvents.
That's amazing. So is that Thursday through Sunday?
Yeah, you usually go up on Wednesday. And if Arkansas is going to play on Wednesday, we'll go up on Wednesday and then come back Sunday. And we usually do the pick on like Thursday morning.
Does that not sound like an amazing weekend?
I mean,
it's epic. And there's so many good restaurants in Nashville. I mean, so many good restaurants. And you love Nashville too, right?
Oh, I love Nashville.
Yeah.
Nashville is such a great place to hang out.
All right.
Experience.
So I'm just going to go straight through these real quick.
Rip through it.
Rivo.
So from Sazerac, we're going to do a 1792, and I'm going to call it a rare. So we've got a special deal worked with them where we'll bottle it in one of their normal labels under the correct rules, but it may be a very old, it may be a full proof that's actually sweet wheat mash bill. It could be a lot of different things, but it's going to be something special and cool.
So if the B team boys were here, they break my balls all the time because 1792 Bottle and Bond is my day drinker. Like I love 1792 Bottle and Bond. It's $40. Still allocated, can't find it. It's because it's got a nice caramel finish, really nice. I love 1792.
Yep.
Big fan.
I love those caramel.
Big fan.
Well, and they make great stuff, and I mean their team is amazing as well. So 1792, we'll call it a rare. Four Roses Private Selection, Nashville bourbon or rye. We did Stag already for next year, and this is to kind of get the bottles landing at the right times, like unlike this year. Heaven Hill, we're going to do a Larceny barrel proof.
Ooh.
So I want you to think of that as a like an Old Fitz barrel proof because same mash bill, same stuff. It's the exact same stuff.
Yeah.
E.H. Taylor single barrel. And then I've got to fill the craft kind of distiller thing, and where the group's kind of landed is we want to do a red wheat barrel proof from Holiday in Kansas City. And we've got an opportunity to coincide it with a NASCAR race up there. And we've got a guy in our group that is head of F1 engineering for and like technology for GM. Clear F1 team.
I don't know that you and I are adding a lot of value to the group. So you got all these people in the group that have this.
Yeah,
We have to pick.
Well, it's 100 people, so you end up with a few that
That's
have
good.
something kind of cool, right?
Yes.
We got one guy that's got a Sprinter van that's super cool that we're going to take over to St. Moses. So, I mean, that's just like we're just trying to find ways to utilize.
Heck yeah.
Like who has the opportunity to either add to an experience or generate an experience.
I've got some. I've got
get some on
pretty
the
cool
trip.
connection at Brown Foreman. If
There you go.
That's something that
King of Kentucky, baby.
I don't know if we can get a private barrel of King of Kentucky. That would be epic. That would be like six.
All right, this is getting geeky, but I think 1792 is sitting on King of Kentucky barrels. Based on the old Barton and how ownership changed.
Stuff, yeah.
Because they've got like 18 plus year barrels there, and like anyway.
All right,
I think
question
some of
for
the same
you.
stuff that produces.
Question for you, and then I want to do some rapid fire. So if somebody wanted to get on the wait list, if somebody was
Yes.
interested in a spot for 2026 that's 30 deep, how would they get in touch with you?
They would go to jsbullreserve.com and simply apply for membership. And then in that, there's a who referred you, and they would need to put someone in the group's name in or A-Team podcast. They put B-Team. We know they didn't watch it, right?
Yes, correct.
So A-Team podcast.
Did Matt put me as a referral when he signed
He
up?
did.
He did? All right, well,
He
that's
did.
good.
Probably why he's not in.
That's probably why he's out. All right, and then 2026 number of spots again, wait list.
Yeah, we're going to figure that one out. So like I said, we've got a few reserved for charity still. So we're not at 100 members. And some people signed up for double memberships early on when I thought it was going to be really hard to fill this thing. And so, we've got, 80-ish total members.
Okay.
And so what we'll do is if we can expand it a little bit, my current thought is that if we run short, if we get a short barrel and there's 110 bottles and we've got 125 members at that time, the 15 last members are just going to get a prior year release or a second of something else that year.
Got it all figured out.
Or something else, just so they still get enough bottles. But, it's going to be like the benefit of being in the club beyond what the initial cap was is, getting to go on the trips potentially and this kind of stuff.
The trips are the hidden treat. I didn't realize like all this stuff is going on top of going to pick a barrel.
Honestly, like just
NASCAR, basketball, private jet. Like I didn't realize all this was on top of it. Like that's really cool too.
Yeah, it's a fun experience.
Rapid fire questions. Okay.
Let's do it.
Rapid fire. All right, ready? I'm gonna start with you.
Uh-oh.
Tequila or no tequila?
No.
No. But you're starting to get some of those.
I get a lot of tequila because I have a lot of people that will come to the bar that like tequila, that are tequila connoisseurs, whatever. So
Because the Corazon, like CYPB, like you're getting really cool bottles.
yeah, I try.
you don't drink it?
Anytime I get an opportunity to buy cool bottles, whether I'm traveling or whatever, if I get an opportunity and I know somebody else that wants that, I'll get it, and then I'll reach out to those people that want it and say, hey, I had an opportunity to buy X amount of bottles of Corazon CYPB, and whatever my cost is, that's what I pass it along to you. I don't care about making money on it. That's not what it's about.
Yep.
Me and a bunch of other guys that are bourbon guys, I'll get a text message. Hey, I'm in whatever state. I just walked into this liquor store. They just got their allocation. They've got a private barrel OWA, and I can buy two of them. I can buy me one and somebody else. You want it for $70? Like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll do the same thing for them.
Yep.
So we just reciprocate that. It's not about, jacking the prices up. That's not what this is about for me, certainly.
Very generous.
And so if I know somebody that's looking for tequila,
Yep.
I'll get it and then pass it on. I'm not a tequila.
Tequila?
I like tequila. I'm like it's one of those like once a month I'll sip on it instead of bourbon or something. It's not like it's as high a priority.
Because Russ, our connoisseur who's normally, he said bourbon is starting to slow and morph to tequila. And I didn't know if you guys were starting to jump on the tequila craze as well. So not quite yet.
I
Okay.
know a lot of people that are, but
I've got a lot of good tequila.
Okay. I'm going to start with you now.
Yes.
Okay. Your top 3 all-time favorites. If you're on a desert island and you can pick your top 3, that's all you're going to drink for your time there, I'd like to hear what they are.
you should prepare us for that.
Yeah, I mean, can I get that Rock Hill Farms barrel proof?
That doesn't exist.
You have a vial.
Number one, yeah.
You have a vial.
I mean, if this is a genie that's asking, then that's going to be my answer.
Non-existent, but it's your non-existent bottle.
No, I mean, honestly, this Blue Label, Four Roses of mine is absolutely on it. Thomas Handy Rye 2011. And it's
Second that.
yeah, shared it with Mike at the house, and it goes down as my favorite whiskey I've ever had. And it's not a bourbon; it's a rye.
So are you able to find those bottles anywhere?
Yeah, they're finding
around
like unicorn auctions. They'll come up once in a while. Some Facebook
Couple
groups
grand?
they'll come up once in a while. They're usually under $1,000.
Now, we're drinking Thomas Handy at Gensgiving in a couple weeks, but it's not the 2011.
Yeah, the 2011 was just very. So I actually,
But Thomas Handy always is good. Every year is good.
so earlier this week, I sampled a couple of the Handies a night, and I started working my way back from last year.
Because he's got every.
I was gonna say, for those fortunate enough to have a Thomas Handy from every year.
You look at his TH lineup, and it's like.
I got two shelves. It's crazy. But keep in mind, I've been collecting since
Yes.
2013, right?
Yes.
So, I got a little bit of an advantage there when they
Yes.
were a lot less expensive than they are
Yes,
now.
and
too.
nobody else was collecting back then.
Yeah, it was just easier to, I was buying THH 2011 and 13, 8 at a time from people who were just cleaning out a liquor store of them to make $10 a bottle selling it to me, right?
See,
It
And I'm the sucker that
worked out well.
insane.
Worked out well.
That's your second
So
bottle.
that's my second bottle, and if it's not the Rock Hill Farms fantasy bottle, then it would be H. Hirsch Reserve Gold Foil. So H. Hirsch Reserve Gold Foil. So Chuck Cowdery wrote a book titled "The Best Bourbon You'll Never Taste" about this bourbon, and the history of it is, I mean, you can learn business stuff from this history. It's unreal. He makes a short book about it, and it's awesome. So I encourage people to go look it up. I mean, you're talking a couple $1,000 bottle now at this point, but there was a lot more of it than I think he thought there was when he wrote the book, because it's one that I share with folks. It's usually the first sip of the night, 'cause
Interesting.
you don't want other stuff tainting the palate before you get a chance to really experience it. But it's a special bourbon.
Mr. Hodges.
Wow. I get asked this all the time, especially at my place. It's like, what's your top? And it's usually more of a top 10, but top 3, I would probably say Michter's 25. Just,
I've heard other people say that. And I've not tried it.
just so
25,
next
so I
level.
need to try it.
And there's no peatiness.
Is it that much better than the 20?
It is. And unfortunately, I would have brought the 25, but unfortunately, I only have that much left of my 25. And they're so hard to find, and they're dumb expensive. So
And you're saving it for people who really appreciate it.
That would be the
Like,
A+ team. Yeah.
not that you guys would
saving it for people you really like.
He's probably got 7 of them, and But so Michter's 25, and in no necessarily order. Top 3 just random, but Michter's 25. The Wild Turkey Donut, 88, 89.
You shared that with me, and that was honestly an incredible pour.
Everybody that tried it, at the last tasting that we did, was just blown away, and the hype was worth it. There's a lot of hype around that bottle, and it lived up to it, honestly. And that
Which is usually the case.
and so, after we opened that bottle, so when we do these tastings, by the way, they're all fresh cracks, so everybody sees that they're brand new fresh cracks. The next day, I started looking for more, and within a week, I ended up with 3 more of them.
Jeez.
I mean,
At what price?
I love 16 to 1800.
Okay.
They're out there, but they're a little more difficult to find. So that thing just hits on another level, and they range from about 115 proof up to about 119 proof. And then third, oddly enough, people think I'm crazy when I say this, and anybody that comes to my bar hears this. Crown Royal Cask 16.
Oh, I'm with you. That's vanilla.
talk
It's a vanilla bomb.
You
dude.
talk about vanilla caramel.
Oh my gosh, the vanilla bomb.
It's 80 proof like all crown, like most crowns, and they retired it in 2012. Between the Crown XR that retired in 2002 and the Cask 16, that Cask 16, it's done in cognac cask, so it's a cognac cask finish. It has got so much flavor. Out of all the bottles in my bar, it's got as much flavor as anything in there.
No, I agree.
It's tough to beat.
Interesting.
And everybody, I say everybody, very few people have ever said they didn't love it.
And the fact that you just mentioned that, and it's one of those kind of secrets I keep hidden in the back of my mind. I never really think about when we're talking about something like this. but it's one of those where I'm always, if I ever see one,
You have to
it's
jump
like
on it.
it's almost at any price. It's just such a special. By the time that I tried it, and I tried it at 21st Amendment in Fayetteville back when I was living on Dixon, right? Like, I don't know, 10 years ago, and like just blew my mind.
It's
and at that point you couldn't find it anymore.
Yeah, right. And it's crazy on the nose, and even more so on the palate.
That's just unreal.
Boys,
Yeah.
oh gosh,
Come on
me.
now.
Now I'm not in your guys' camp. That's a good one. When we opened Gents the other day, I had a bottle of Eagle Rare 17, which is absolutely
Always great. Every year is great.
fantastic. Huge fan. We liked the Lot B quite a bit when we had it in here. So again, I haven't had the Pappy 15, 20, 23. The Lot B was exceptional. Third one, oh gosh. I'm drinking a lot of Fortaleza Reposado tonight, which you know that. So I'm gonna have to cheat a bit. That's
Go some tequila.
that's been my
Nice.
go-to. Like I am drinking a crap ton of that. Anytime I could find one, anytime somebody gets one for me, that's all I'm drinking right now. I'm not drinking a ton of bourbon. That's been something. The seasonal Fortalezas, which again, if either of you can end up find one,
Winter one.
yes.
Yeah.
If you,
I've never seen one.
I would love to get my hands on one.
Barrel proof at home that I haven't opened and haven't really even heard much about.
I have a still strength.
Still strength. That's-
Still strength.
that's-
Yeah.
that's basic.
I have one open. If you want, you're welcome to come try it.
I've been curious about it though.
Would love to try it. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for coming in. This is 2 podcasts worth of content. Thank you for being part of the A team. Unfortunately, the B team missed out on an amazing day today.
I feel bad for Matt. He missed 2 podcasts in one.
He missed 2, and Rob
Missed one and missed 2.
he missed 1 and 2, and that's going to push him further down the wait list.
Yeah, right.
Cheers, boys. Thank you so much. Great
Yes.
job.